Hello, and we are here for Matchday 5 of the Premier League here today. And my name is Gary Nicker, and these are the games we'll be featuring here today. Starting first at Anfield, as Liverpool will take on Chelsea. As of course Liverpool want to get back in winning ways after losing to Newcastle last week. But for Chelsea on the other hand, they're looking to get themselves another result to keep their 100% record alive in the Premier League. Also, the second match I'll be featuring here today will be at White Hart Lane Stadium, as Tottenham Hotspur will take on Newcastle United in the second matchup featured here today. And all the other 8 matches of game highlights will also be here today for Matchday 5 of the Premier League. Let's now go to the first matchup we'll be featuring first, as we are going to have Liverpool, and they are here to take on Chelsea, the Reds versus the Blues. And let's get to the matchup between those two teams right now. And we are here at the Theatre of Memories here today in a very big matchup here today. All the fans of Liverpool are singing Never Walk Alone, and it's a very intimidating stadium, the most intimidating stadium of the whole of the Premier League. And we're going to store for us here today two big teams, Liverpool and Chelsea. And they're both going to go at it one another here today, live here at Anfield. And this could be a very big matchup because Liverpool did lose against Newcastle 3-2 last week at St James's Park. But this week, can they get back in winning ways after that defeat to Newcastle at home here today against Chelsea? And we all know that Chelsea Football Club, of course, are going to have got their 100% record still intact throughout the last 4 games. They won all of those 4 matches at the start of the Premier League season under Thomas Tuchel, and done incredibly well to keep that 100% record alive. And the only team in the league have not actually slipped up yet. It's only Aston Villa and also Chelsea have not lost a game yet so far this season. But for Liverpool's team, they've got a very strong team. Dybala up front and Darwin Nunez, and also having Roberto Firmino at the front 3 as well for Liverpool. For Chelsea, for Thomas Tuchel's team, we know it's going to be a very big game, of course, for him, we know, as we have Mendy in goal for Chelsea, we have Reece James, we've got Quetta, Kurt Zouma and Cucurella, Luis Alberto, Declan Rice, Jorginho, Mason Mount, and also Dries Mertens and Tammy Abraham. And they have got a strong team, Chelsea, and they're keeping that team as straightforward going to this matchup right here, right now, here for Matchday 5 of the Premier League. And let's get straight into it. It will be Liverpool versus Chelsea. And it's going to be a big matchup. It's going to be on the cards here today between the two teams right here, right now. Here we go, let's get underway. We are live here at Anfield, and Liverpool versus Chelsea. And let's get this contest underway between the two. And now Kouyaté lost the ball now to Luis Alberto. Now Mertens, okay, now Kouyaté won the ball back. Got Andy Robertson here for Liverpool. Now Darwin Nunez, a foul right there. Okay, play on to the ref. Now Mertens, now Tammy Abraham. Now Mertens, could be a chance for Chelsea to get in front. And good defending there from Liverpool right there at the back. Very nicely setting down. Now Jorginho now, pressing Liverpool's defence. Could be a chance in the early stage of the matchup here at Anfield, but Robertson wins the ball back here. Now Thiago. It is a fortress, of course, Anfield, with intimidating fans singing You Never Walk Alone, giving it all to the away team to really get a lot of pressure on them today. But anyways, now here's Mertens. And now here's Chelsea now on the chance on the attack here now. Mason Mount. Jorginho, shot from Abraham, save for a corner kick here. And Tuchel there was a bit frustrated that ball didn't go into the back of the net, but what a save there from Alisson. And now it's going to be a corner kick here for Liverpool. A corner here for Chelsea in this match. And Reece James taking the corner here for Chelsea. Pass it short there. Okay, blocked off there. Now it's going to be a corner here for Chelsea again here, another corner. Corner kick for Chelsea in this match. Now Reece James will take it. Now he's going to cross it in here. Header away. Okay, that's going to be now a save there from Alisson. That's going to be another corner here for Chelsea in this match. Good save then from Madison, the Brazilian keeper. Another corner here again. Now crosses it in. Okay, they want the ball back in. Now Darwin Núñez. Now could be a chance here on the attack here for Liverpool. Now Darwin Núñez pressing on. Head away. Now Luis Alberto, now Robertson. Henderson. Fabinho. Oh, that's gone wide for a goal kick. Now is Mendy. Now Reece James. Okay, that right back pacing down that line. Luis Alberto. Now Jorginho. On the press here for Chelsea. Good defending at the wall there for Liverpool. And Liverpool's next match will be against Spurs away from home next week. That's their next game for next week, by the way. Liverpool have a goal kick. Now pass there to Robertson. Now Thiago. On the press here now to Darwin Núñez. Could be a chance here for Liverpool to get in front. Now Dybala's through. Pablo Dybala and a goal for Liverpool. And Liverpool are in the lead here at Anfield. A great goal from Pablo Dybala. The Argentinian scores. And it's Liverpool are in front here against Chelsea. A great goal here at Anfield, a great goal there for Liverpool. Darwin Núñez sit up Dybala and scored it to make it 1-0 to Liverpool in the match. Chelsea are down to 1-0 in this match. And he'll be very happy about that one there, Jurgen Klopp, and also Pablo Dybala himself to be on the score sheet again here. Great goal for him. Now, okay, pass again. Now it's a chance here for Dybala now. It's a shot, a goal, and it's been scored. And it is now 2-0. Two quick goals in two successions from the same player, Pablo Dybala. That's a very good goal from him. A very nice goal. And Pablo Dybala puts it into the back of the net to make it 2-0 to Liverpool in the match. Very nicely done. He made a beautiful shot out of that. And it's now 2-0 to Liverpool. Now here's Liverpool now on their press. Now Núñez. And now is Pablo Dybala. A goal! Hat-trick, and Liverpool have equalised, and it's the third goal for Liverpool, and a hat-trick for Pablo Dybala right there. He was 1v1 and no one there marking him, and he puts it into the back of the net and he scores to make it 3-0 to Liverpool in this match. And that is half-time at the break here at Anfield, as it is Liverpool 3, Chelsea 0. What a start to the first half here, as Liverpool all over them, and a hat-trick for Pablo Dybala to settle things. Liverpool 3, Chelsea 0. Now pass the ball there to Chelsea. This is the start for the second half here between the two in this match. And here we go, let's get this contest underway for the second half. And now is Tammy Abraham. Now Mertens. Now is Robertson. Now to Dybala. Okay, won the ball, back shot. Oh, gone wide. Beautiful strike there from Pablo Dybala. It's gone wide for a goal kick in this match. Now here's Zuma. Cucurella. Now Mason Mount. Now Mount. Oh, save there from Allison. Corner. Chelsea are pressed on in the second half, they are in this match. Jorginho comes off and David Mahrez will come on. And a substitute should be made for Chelsea in this match. Corner kick here for Chelsea. Crosses it in. Okay. Throw in here for Chelsea, Cucurella. And now Declan Rice. And now Chelsea on the pressing here now to Mason Mount. Now Mount! Save there from Allison. Good save there from Allison there. And a substitution to be made here for Chelsea. Mertens comes off and Callum Hudson-Odoi comes on in this match. And now it's Zuma. Now here's Declan Rice. Now Hudson-Odoi. And now here's Chelsea now. Cucurella. Nice press from him. Now is Abraham. And now is Callum Hudson-Odoi now. Pressing on here. Could be a chance for Hudson-Odoi. A goal from Hudson-Odoi. A consolation goal, I think so. And that's something they've got Chelsea in this match. It's a consolation goal right there from Callum Hudson-Odoi. And it's now 1 goal back for Chelsea. But Liverpool are in the lead here by 3 goals to 1. Can be a comeback, could be here, maybe so. You just never say never. But it is going to be now a goal back for Chelsea in this match. And Luis Alberto comes off and Conor Gallagher comes on for Chelsea in this match. Here we go, there's a big match I've got to say between the two teams at Anfield. And they've got 1 goal back now, Chelsea though. And I want the ball back here now, Declan Rice. Now Conor Gallagher. Now Rice. Now here's to Abraham. Now Abraham. Okay, now Rice. And now Kurt Zouma. Now Abraham. That's offside. And that's going to be a free kick here for Chelsea. Now passer boots the ball out there from Alisson. And now is Jota. Now is Darwin Nunez. Save there from the goalkeeper there, Mendy. He's got that in his hands. Now is Abraham. And now Gallagher. Nearly over now, nearly over. And Pablo Dybala wins the match ball right here. It was a nice hat-trick he scored today against Chelsea. And he did incredibly well, he did, to get that hat-trick right there onto the pitch. And he scored it today as it was actually a win for Liverpool, as it was Liverpool 3, Chelsea 1 at Anfield. And that was a huge win for Liverpool here today, and all thanks to Pablo Dybala to score a hat-trick for Liverpool here today, and he won the match ball, and Liverpool got themselves the 3 points, and they move up to the top of the table after their defeat last week to Newcastle, and made Chelsea lose their first match of the Premier League season, and their 100% record comes to an end here today at Anfield. But now let's get to the next match-up here today, down in North London, as it's going to be Tottenham Hotspur taking on Newcastle United. And let's get to the matchup right now. And we are here today at White Hart Lane as it's Tottenham Hotspur taking on Newcastle United, the richest club in the world, Newcastle United. And they both will play each other here today at White Hart Lane in this matchup. A very big match in the cards here, for obviously for Spurs, and also as well, of course, for Newcastle United. And this is massive, this is big. This is very intense, it's going to be. And I've got to tell you what, right now, This is massive, and hopefully Spurs can get something in this matchup here today. Or even Newcastle, in fact, after beating Liverpool last week by 3-2. They could turn up here today and even beat Spurs to get 2 consecutive straight wins over the Big Six, hopefully so. And since they're a rich club now, they're probably more capable to do that right now anyways. This is the Spurs team. We've got Royal in defence, we've got Eric Dyer, we've got Ben Davies and Ryan Sessegnon. We've got Kulusevski and Fekir and Song, and Aspas on his own up front for Tottenham. And tremendous sportsmanship from the Spurs and Newcastle to shake hands before the game kicks off. And also for Newcastle United, they want to get back in back-to-back form. They did beat Liverpool last week by 3-2 famously last week. But they've got the same team from last week. We've got Dan Burn in defence, we've got Kieran Trippier, Willock, we've got Joel Linton, we've got obviously Wilson and Maximan and also Almiron up front. And that is the Newcastle team for today. They take on Spurs in this match. Newcastle came all the way up from the north east, all the way down to North London here today to take on Spurs. And let's see if they can get something out of this matchup here today, right now, between the two. It's a very interesting one. It's going to be very interesting. It's going to be, I've got to say. Here we go. Callum Wilson, got Trippier as well. And this is it. Let's get straight into the contest, and here we go, and let's get to the action. And it is Spurs versus Newcastle. Newcastle going all the way here. It's Callum Wilson. Maybe a goal here for Newcastle. Oh my God, what a good start to the matchup to Newcastle right there. They could have been 1-0 up, they could have been. And then Newcastle won the ball back again. They lost it now, and Spurs won it back. And now Fekir, now to Aspas. And now Aspas on the high press. Now Aspas here for Tottenham. Is he going to be a chance here? Down to Heung-min Son, and a goal for Tottenham. And Spurs have got themselves in the lead in the first 5 minutes of the game. All from Heung-min Son. It was a great ball. It was there from Tottenham. And it was a beautiful goal from Aspas to give the ball there to Heung-min Son. And all he had to do is finish it. And it's a goal. And Spurs are now in front. And it's 1-0 to Tottenham. Now here's a chance. Now Wilson. Now Wilson. Save there from Lopez. Now corner kick here. Now Trippier. Crosses it in. Head away. Now it's Fekir. Now Fekir now high pressing it down. That high press right there. Nicely done here. Now Fekir. Now Aspas. Now Aspas now, it's Royal. Royal! Oh, good defending right there. Now Almiron. Now is okay, that's a throw now. Now it's Trippier. Lost it now is now Newcastle on the ball back here. Now it's Dan Burn. Now Dan Burn. Now to Willock. Now back to the Spurs now in this match. Now Newcastle on the ball back here. Now Joe Linton now. Good tackle there from Romero there for Spurs. And now Spurs now Fekir now. Now Fekir. Now to Aspas. Could be a chance to save there from Nick Pope, the keeper. And there's a chance here for a shot. Oh, there from Callum Wilson. And saved by the goalkeeper right there. And it was a beautiful save there from Lopez. And now it's going to be a corner kick for Newcastle before half time. And Newcastle, the Geordies. Only got 5 minutes to go left until half time. Corner kick here. Trippier's taking it for Newcastle United. Cross it into the box here. Charles a header, oh, right into the hands of Lopez. Now another corner now to Newcastle again. Another corner for Newcastle. Good save there from Lopez. Anthony Lopez saved it. It was Dan Bird who headed the ball towards him, but saved there, beautifully there done by Anthony Lopez to keep that one out. Now another corner now for Tottenham. Have to defend this. Newcastle got another corner here. A chance maybe. Save. And now Dyer trying to get away with a goal for Newcastle. And it's a goal for Callum Wilson. And Newcastle are in level terms. Level terms right here from Newcastle United before half time. Newcastle have scored against Spurs. And there's a great goal from Wilson right there. And I think Eddie Howe will be very happy about that one for going to the back of the net. And it's half-time at the break here. Callum Wilson scores before half-time to put Newcastle in level terms. And Heung-min Son also scores for Tottenham as well in that other end. As the half-time score is Spurs 1, Newcastle United 1. And now it's a chance here for Newcastle. Save there from Lopez. Good defending once more. That's going to be a corner. Eddie Howe telling me instructions here for the Newcastle team. And now here's Aspas. Now Aspas now is a chance now. Højbjerg now. Now to Heung-min Son. Son. Chance for Aspas. A goal for Tottenham. And Spurs are in the lead. And they're back in front. And Aspas scores it. And it is now 2-1. And Jose Mourinho's Spurs have got themselves back in front in this matchup. As Tottenham have scored. Yeah, Tottenham run riot. And they've got that one straight into the back of the net. And it is now 2-1 to Tottenham. And now it's a chance here for Spurs again here. Now Heung-min Son. Now Son. Good defender there from Newcastle. And now chance. Shots. Save there from Nick Pope. Oh, another save again there from Nick Pope. Now it's a substitution to be made as well here. Royal comes off and Reguilon comes on here for Tottenham. A corner kick's being given. And Wilson obviously comes off, and also we have Chris Wood coming on. Substitution being made for both sides here. A shot. Save there from Nick Pope. Possible short. For Kia. Chance. And that's going to be now out. But corner kick. Now cross into the box. And now save there for the keeper. We've got a goal kick now. And that means we've got a long time left of the game. And it looks like to me that Tottenham Hotspur will gain themselves 3 points in this match. As we speak. Nice pressing there. Now Almiron. Almiron. There's a chance here for Newcastle. Oh, they're trying to get something at the end of the game to make it 2-2, but it wasn't to be, and it's all over. And Spurs have won the match up here today. As the game ended here at White Hart Lane, as Aspas scored and also Heung-min Son scored to put Spurs get the 3 points in the matchup. As it ends as Tottenham Hotspur 2, Newcastle United 1 at White Hart Lane, and that is a beautiful win for Tottenham. It was a huge win for Tottenham Hotspur as they got themselves the 3 points here today at White Hart Lane Stadium. It was a tough game, it was, I've got to say, but Spurs got themselves over the line and they beat Newcastle here today by 2-1, all thanks to Song and Aspas. And now let's get to the other game highlights for all the other 8 matches in the Premier League here today for Matchday 5. Man United, of course, got to get themselves back in winning ways after the 3 straight defeats already this season. But a goal from Harry Kane in the 20th minute of the matchup to put Man United in front against Southampton at St Mary's. And then straight after when Harry Kane scored to make it 1-0 to United, Danny Ings equalised in the other end for Southampton to put them in level terms in the matchup against them at St Mary's. And then Manchester United have got themselves back in front again from a sweaty from Bruno Fernandes to pass it to Sancho. and then tapped it in to make it 2-1 to Manchester United before half-time. Danny Ings was seriously injured by the hands of Harry Maguire, and he will be out for the next 7 months after that injury, and Adam Armstrong replaces him. And speaking of Adam Armstrong, he got himself a goal straight after he came onto the pitch and scored against Keylor Navas to put Southampton on level against Manchester United to make it 2-2 at St Mary's. And Southampton wasn't giving up, they weren't, as Southampton made it 3-2 by Adam Armstrong to put Southampton in front for the first time in this matchup, and Man United were down to 3-2 in the game. But it got bad to worse for Manchester United, and it was Joe Aldio made it 4-2 to Southampton to put them and extend their lead to 4-2, and that means that Southampton might get themselves their first win of their Premier League campaign after losing all those last 4 games of the season. They might put that to rest here today. And then Manchester United, of course, got themselves back in the game by an own goal from Borrello and scored by accidental own goal by him, as Martial claimed that was his goal. But it wasn't enough for Manchester United. That's their 4th straight defeat for them this season. And there's lots of pressure on Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, the manager for Manchester United, as he could be on the verge of getting the sack after losing 4 straight games. But all thanks to Adam Armstrong to help Southampton get themselves in front and got themselves winning their first Premier League game of their season so far at St Mary's. The game ended by 4-3 from Southampton. And Leeds United were very sloppy at the back, and Benzema striked it home to put themselves in front at the Etihad Stadium by carrying Benzema, as obviously Messiah was actually mistaken, and Benzema striked it to put themselves in front by 1-0. And then Man City made it 2-0 in the matchup, as Man City scored from a goal from Corella to make it 2-0 to Man City in the match. And then Man City made it 3-0 in the matchup, as Karim Benzema scored his 2nd goal of the match, and he equalises, as Man City are running riot against Leeds United in the first half of the match. And then Leeds United trying to get themselves a goal in the game, but saved there from Edison. And then Man City trying to make it 4-0, but saved there from Messiah. And a corner kick came in. It was a header, but saved by the Leeds keeper again to keep that one out. And then Man City finally got themselves 4 goals up, and also a goal from Corella again to put Man City 4 goals up against Leeds United here in the second half of the match here at the Etihad Stadium. And the match ended as Corella and Benzema have got themselves on the score sheet, as both scored twice here today to make Man City win another match in the Etihad Stadium here today, as it ends Man City 4, Leeds United 0. Arsenal trying to get themselves back in winning ways after losing to Leeds last week. And Odegaard had a shot, but a great save there from Alan McGregor for Rangers in the game. And the Rangers defender Davies handballed it into the box and give away a penalty as Arsenal got themselves a penalty from Saka as Bukayo Saka striked it and put it into that top left corner of the goal, and Arsenal were leading by 1-0 in the match. And a corner kick here from Rangers. It was from James Tavernier, crossed it into the box, and then a header pinging pong into the box. Then the referee claimed a point into the spot for a penalty for Rangers, as it was Smith Rowe accidentally handballed it into the box by a ball's ricochet to his hand, and the ref pointed to the spot for a penalty. And James Tavernier took the penalty for Rangers, and Glasgow Rangers got themselves in level terms against Arsenal at the Emirates, as the ball went straight down the middle and Ramsdale went the other way, as captain James Tavernier made it 1-1 in the match. And Bukayo Saka had a shot but saved from McGregor, and then the ball rebounded back towards them again, and then Arsenal got themselves in front in the matchup from Bukayo Saka to make it 2-1 in the game here at the Emirates. It was a nice counter-attack, it was from Arsenal, as it was Wilfried Zaha assisted Gabriel Jesus to pull it 3-1 up in the matchup here today at the Emirates. As it was a beautiful pass it was there from Zaha, and then Jesus finished it off to make it 3-1 to the Gunners. And then Arsenal got themselves 4-1 up as Wilfried Zaha hit it into the back of the net to make it 4-1 in the game. And Zaha puts it in beautifully, and Rangers, however, couldn't stop that one, and Arsenal put themselves 4-1 up and put themselves in the lead even more in this game. Before the 90 minute of the matchup came, it was actually a goal from Jesus to make it 5 in the matchup in the last minute of the game to end off the whole matchup, as Zaha gave the ball to Jesus and it was no goalkeeper there, and all he had to do is hit it, and it was 5-1 to the Gunners. And the game ends here today at the Emirates, and it was a great result for Arsenal and also for Jesus and also for Zaha, and Arsenal put themselves back in winning ways after losing to Leeds last week by 3-2 at Ellen Road, and this week at the Emirates they battered Rangers by 5-1, and it was Arsenal 5, Glasgow Rangers 1 at the match. There was an early chance for West Ham United to make it 1-0 in the matchup, but it was Addison cleared it off the line as the ball could have gone to the back of the net, but Gone and Technology said no goal, as that goal was not allowed at all in the match, as West Ham could be 1-0 up right there. In the 33rd minute of the matchup, a corner came in from Brentford and there was a ball around into the box area, but the referee saw Lanzini accidentally handballed it, and the referee pointed for a penalty in the matchup, as handballs are not allowed. Even though it was an accident, it ricocheted his hand, and unfortunately it's going to be a penalty for Brentford. And Dolberg put it into the bottom right corner of the goal to put Brentford in the lead in the matchup. It's all thanks to Dolberg, and Lucas Fabianski wasn't good enough, unfortunately so, and Dolberg made it 1-0 to Brentford. There was another chance for Brentford to make it 2-0 in the matchup, but it was actually a save from Lucas Fabianski to keep that one out, and it was actually Dolberg had a shot but saved by Lucas Fabianski. corner kick from Brentford before half-time. A cross came in, and then a header from Dahlberg for his second goal for Brentford. And it was 2-0 to Brentford before half-time, as West Ham were trailing by 2-0 at this point. And Brentford weren't giving up even more without a fight, as there was actually a goal from Jensen to make it 3-0 to Brentford. And it was actually West Ham United were very stuffed. They were at London Stadium, and all the fans all went home as they were very disappointed that West Ham conceded 3 goals against Brentford here at London Ground. In the late stage of the matchup between West Ham and Brentford, it was Bowen who crossed into the box. There was actually a handball mistake at the back as the referee pointed the spot for a penalty for West Ham United. And Marko Arnautovic made it 1 goal back, and that was a consolation goal for West Ham United they got against Brentford. It was a beautiful placed goal, but unfortunately West Ham couldn't have enough, unfortunately, to get something out of this matchup, as they lost the match by 3-1. And the game ended here today at the London Stadium. It was West Ham United 1, Brentford 3, and it was Brentford got themselves the 3 points here today at London Stadium. It was a phenomenal start for Watford, as Will Hughes made it 1-0 to Watford against Wolves in the 5th minute of the game. And Watford extended their lead by a goal from Agallo to make it 2-0 for Watford in the match. And Wolves really trying to get back into the matchup, as Adama Traore had a shot but saved by Batchman to keep that one out for Watford keeper to keep that one out, as Wolves could have made it 2-1. Finally, Wolves got themselves a goal. It was a goal from Morgan Gibbs-White, as a goal to try and get themselves back in the game here at Vicarage Road. And then Wolves made it 2-2, a great comeback in the second half, as Wolves came back from 2-0 down to 2-2, and that was a great comeback for Wolverhampton Wanderers in this matchup so far. But we have got a long way to go though before the end of the match. And Wolves kept on pressing to try and make it 3-2, as Adama Traore had a shot but saved by the keeper. And then Watford had a chance to make it 3-2 in the other end of the pitch, but a save there from Sarr. And a corner came in, and Joshua King scored a great goal to put Watford back in front in the matchup. From a corner set piece came in, it was a header into the box, and Joshua King with that big bicycle kick goal, and he put that into the back of the net, as Watford got themselves a goal to put them back in front in the matchup at Vicarage Road. But the match ended here today, as Agallo scored 1 goal in the matchup, and Joshua King also was in the score sheet, and also Will Hughes. And that was enough for Watford, and they got themselves another 3 points after beating Brentford last week here at Vicarage Road. As it ended, it was Watford 3, Wolverhampton Wanderers 2. There was a chance for Leicester City to try and get in front of the match, but it went wide for a goal kick. And then Leicester City were actually defending this chance here from Villa to try and get a goal, but saved by Schmeichel. And then Leicester City trying to get in front of the matchup, as Jamie Vardy had a strike but saved. And Jamie Vardy trying to get a goal in the matchup for Leicester, but it was a save again from Martinez. Emiliano Martinez was actually a stoppable goalkeeper for Aston Villa, as Leicester had another chance again but saved. And then Leicester City finally got themselves a breakthrough in the 65th minute of the matchup from a goal from James Maddison to put that into the back of the net to put Leicester City in front to make it 1-0 in the matchup, and try and make Villa lose their first game in their league campaign this season, if they can do that here to that Villa Park. And then Leicester City had another chance to make it 2-0, but saved again by Martinez. Then a set piece from Leicester City, crossed into the box from Maddison. Then there was an own goal deflection there from Matty Cash to make it 2-0 to Leicester City. And then Leicester trying to make it 3-0 in the matchup in the end of the game, but saved again from Martinez. And the match ended here today as Villa lost their first match of the season against Leicester by 2-0. And AFC Richmond made it 1-0 in the matchup from Sam Asania to make it 1-0 to AFC Richmond here at Nelson Road Stadium. Then AFC Richmond made it 2-0 in the matchup as Roaz scored another goal again like last week against Everton, but this week to Celtic. Then in the second half, David Turnbull had a shot but saved from the goalkeeper for AFC Richmond. A beautiful reflexes from him, and he kept that one out for AFC Richmond. And a corner came in for AFC Richmond. It was a handball from Shane Duffy, and the referee pointed the spot for a penalty given as he had accidentally ricocheted his hand for a penalty for AFC Richmond in the game. And Jamie Tart was all for it, he was, for the penalty, and scored for AFC Richmond to make it 3-0 in the matchup. And that was a beautiful set piece penalty it was from him as Joe Hart went the other way. There was a chance again to make it 4-0 to AFC Richmond. It was a great shot from a long range, but great save there from Joe Hart to keep that one out. And that was a beautiful shot there from Jamie Tart. But Joe Hart made a beautiful save out of that one, like he didn't do in the other shot when he had the penalty given. And then AFC Richmond carried on pressing Celtic's defence and trying to score here. And another save again from Joe Hart to keep that one out, as AFC Richmond trying to get a fourth, but denied by Joe Hart. And Celtic trying to get a consolation goal at the end of the matchup, but saved for the goalkeeper for AFC Richmond. But the match ended here today at the Nelson Road Stadium. As it ended here today, Celtic lost and AFC Richmond won the match by 3-0. And they really dominated Celtic here today. All thanks to Danny Rojas again, like he did last week, and also this week as well here today at home as well. As the game ended here today as AFC Richmond 3, Celtic 0. And Everton's poor form actually came nicely, it did, because Dominic Calvert-Lewin made it 1-0 to Everton in the match at Fratton Park Stadium against fellow strugglers Portsmouth. And that was a very good start to the game for him, for Dominic Calvert-Lewin. And what a strike from Dominic Calvert-Lewin in the 32nd minute of the match from long range. And Dean Henderson couldn't save that one. And Everton extended their lead to 2-0. And what a goal that was there from Dominic Calvert-Lewin. One of the best strikes of the season so far. And he couldn't save that one. And he went over his head to 2-0 to Everton. Then Portsmouth got themselves back in the game as Manuel Dennis assisted Ivan Toney as Portsmouth got themselves back in the game, but still losing by 2-1. And then Everton made it 3-1 in the matchup as Dominic Calvert-Lewin scored a hat-trick in the matchup, and that was all 3 goals from Dominic Calvert-Lewin as he puts it to make it 3-0 to Everton. Then Everton trying to make it 4-1 in the matchup, and it was actually Decore had a shot but saved there from Dean Henderson to keep that one out, as it was actually a nice shot from him, but nice save from Dean Henderson. And Anthony Gordon had a free kick from outside of the box, had a shot but saved beautifully there from Dean Henderson to keep that one out. And that was a beautiful free kick from Anthony Gordon, but saved by Dean Henderson. And again, there was a chance for Everton to try and make it 4-1, but another save again from Dean Henderson to keep that one out. And the match ended here to that Fratton Park as Portsmouth won, Everton 3, and the Toffees got themselves 3 points in this match here at Fratton Park. The official table of the Premier League. At the top of the table we have is Liverpool, at the top with 12 points. In second we have is Manchester City with 12 points. In third we have is Arsenal with 12 points. In fourth we have is Chelsea with 12 points. In fifth we have is Tottenham Hotspur with 10 points. In sixth we have is Aston Villa with 10 points. In seventh we have is AFC Richmond with 9 points. And eighth we have is Watford with 8 points. And in seventh we have is Leicester City with 7 points. And in 10th we have is Leeds United with 7 points. In the bottom half of the table we have is Rangers with 7 points. In 12th we have is Brentford with 6 points. In 13th we have is Newcastle United with 6 points. In 14th we have is Wolves with 6 points. And in 15th we have is Everton with 6 points. And in 16th we have is Celtic with 4 points. And in 17th we have is Manchester United with 3 points. In 18th we have is West Ham United with 3 points. In 19th we have is Southampton with 3 points. And in 20th we have is Portsmouth with 3 points. And the official results for all of Matchday 5 action as we have is Liverpool 3, Chelsea 1, Tottenham Hotspur 2, Newcastle United 1, Southampton 4, Manchester United 3, Manchester City 4, Leeds United 0, Arsenal 5, Rangers 1, West Ham United 1, Brentford 3, Watford 3, Wolves 2, Aston Villa 0, Leicester City 2, AFC Richmond 3, Celtic 0, Portsmouth 1, Everton 3. And the official games for next week for Matchday 6 of the Premier League. Tottenham Hotspur versus Liverpool, Leicester versus Arsenal, and the goals and highlights we have is Newcastle v Watford, Everton versus Chelsea, Celtic versus Portsmouth, Rangers versus Man City, Brentford versus Aston Villa, Wolves versus West Ham United, and Manchester United versus AFC Richmond, and Leeds versus Southampton. And that is that for all of the results and the table for Matchday 5. We'll be back for next week for Matchday 6 of the Premier League. Until then, goodbye for now.